Hi everyone, I am Premji Shachari. I am the curator of Odisha Craft ODC along with Shivdasan Gupta and Julius Das. Odisha Craft ODC is an outcome of a collaboration between MGM Foundation and Beat Studio, created to assess the context, the situations, and the various domains of craft practices existing in different craft clusters across Odisha. So it means that it's a multi-year project and this is the first iteration of the project.
What was also very interesting for us when we started the first iteration of this project, we wanted to bring different people from different domains. Not exactly from the domain of art and design, but we also wanted to bring in people from the background of research and writing, through which the further articulation of the craft and the knowledge around it can be accessed more diversely.
The intention of this project is quite promising because the possibility of understanding the collaboration, understanding the community, and recognize those vulnerable part which has been ignored, which has been overlooked throughout the year, and the idea or maybe the institutionalization of doing research can be looked at more sensitive and empathetic way to respect individual privacy and specific knowledge production system which is directly associated with culture, geography and language.
Try to understand through the nuances of how agency or power structure functions and defines this making. Just like language is not a biological attribute but is a social learning, in that similar fashion it tries to look at how craft is not just somatic ability but rather has deep-rooted dexterities and relational epistemes that allows and formulate this making between art and craft. And this is exactly where I'm trying to tap into, to realize that how these hierarchical definitive notions or canonical understanding of art and craft is debatable, and it's a very murky water and should not be seen through binarical divisions as such.
So मैंने कांसे को धातु के एस्पेक्ट से और तत्वों के एस्पेक्ट से समझने की कोशिश की है। तो कांसे में क्या क्या तत्व आते हैं? कांसा क्राफ्ट बनने में हवा, आग, मिट्टी, पानी, ये सब मिलकर इस क्राफ्ट को बनाते हैं, और उसमें धातु जो लगती है वो रोंगा है जो कि टिन है, तांबा है जो कि कॉपर है, जो इसके यंत्र होते हैं विच आर द टूल्स ऑफ द क्राफ्ट। तो बेसिकली वो लोहे के बनते हैं। उसके अलावा कोयला होता है। आग एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है इस क्राफ्ट में। तो जब भी मैं वर्कशॉप जा रही हूँ, आई एम ट्राइंग टू लुक एट दीज थिंग्स वेरी क्लोजली एंड photograph them, and also giving the viewer to imagine these elements in a different scenario basically.
Ona Rabindra Varma, Bharatota Prasana, Balagati, ଆଉ ଆମର ତ କୌଳିକ ବୃତ୍ତି ଉଦା ଆଗରୁ ହାତରେ ସବୁ ଥିଲା, ଏବେ ମେସିନାରୀରେ ସବୁ ହେଉଛି। ଆଉ ମେସିନାରୀ କଲେ ବି ଆମକୁ ହାଲକା ଲାଗୁଛି ଟିକେ।
ପସାର ଗୋଟେ ଧାତବ ଜିନିଷ, ସେଟାକୁ ଖଣି ନାହିଁ। ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ଆମର ସେବା ଅଛି, ଆଇନା କରିକି ଯାଇଥିଲି କଂସାରେ, ଯୋଉ ଆଇନାରେ ଚଳୁ କରୁଥିଲେ ଠାକୁରେ।
We were kind of these invisible observers to the dance that was happening in the workshop. So the fire would be started and then the object would be heated, then it would kind of take turns to go to the different artisans that would shape it, and there would also be different sounds that would shape the object to become the final version that you see in shops. So that was the most interesting part for me. It was the rhythm and the sound that gave form to what you see as the final Kasa object.
We would like to kind of keep on doing the same, and we are looking forward to have more and more iterations in the coming months, in the coming years, and looking forward to have the Oko dialogue keep going in the coming times.